With the next generation of games consoles looming on the horizon and talk of the PS5 rearing its head in 2020, it comes as a surprise for the attention to shift to a new kid on the block. A new kid to gaming at least. For the rumour mill and speculation has brought our corporate overlords, friends, at Google to the forefront of recent attention. This massive, almost internet-dominating company has seemed to be speculating on dipping its toe into the gaming industry for years, being poised to take over Twitch before Amazon nabbed it, and even spawning Niantic, who subsequently released the smash hit mobile game Pokemon Go. That had people everywhere walking into lampposts and leaning out of their car window to catch a Pikachu, even while driving. Well, reports have come in from Kotaku and subsequently other sites that the mega corporation isn't planning to be just dipping their toe into the gaming industry, but rather leaping off the diving board and cannonballing into it, with a project that is currently codenamed Yeti. An odd choice of name if you ask me, but catchy all the same. They are working on two things from what I've heard. Firstly, they are working on a sort of game streaming service similar to things like PlayStation Now and the failed OnLive. Secondly, it's been rumoured that they are working on some hardware, an actual Google console. It's quite an odd thought that people may own a Google console, to be quite honest. It's assumed by many, myself included, that the streaming service will be integrated with the hardware, as well as being available online as a platform and potential competitor to Steam's apparent current monopoly. The streaming service would utilise high-spec computers on Google's end to do the heavy lifting, then streaming the game to the user's PC, essentially allowing consumers to play the latest high-end titles and run games at high specs without needing an expensive beast of a setup on their end. I can certainly see the appeal, but two things which have hampered previous attempts loom again: bandwidth and internet speeds. To compress the video at a high enough quality and eliminate lag is difficult, and if you don't have the best internet connection money can buy, I struggle to see how this will work. And if you do have great internet, chances are you have enough money and are into gaming enough to have a fairly decent rig. But if they manage to overcome these glaring problems, I can see the streaming service being a resounding success. There is definitely a gap in the market for it, with Sony having PlayStation Now and both Microsoft and EA announcing similar services at E3. The gaming industry big guns certainly seem to think there is. There's also been talk of Google trying to win over developers to their new platform, canvassing at this year's Games Developers Conference and E3 as well, with some saying they aren't just trying to get developers on board with Yeti, but also trying to buy studios outright to give their foray into gaming some backbone and substance. They have already been hiring experienced developers and marketers from top companies like EA and PlayStation, as well as Phil Harrison, an experienced executive who's clocked in time as a high-ranking manager on both PlayStation and Xbox. While it's certainly something to keep an ear to the ground about, it's all just rumours and hearsay at the moment. Until Google announce anything, I'd hold off on getting too excited or reading too much into it, although it is clear they want a slice of that oh so juicy gaming industry pie. I do worry about a company as dominant as Google coming into the industry. While it's great to have more competition out there, Google hasn't been seen to be the best company out there, and with its monopoly of YouTube and basically the whole internet, it does make me a bit cautious of welcoming them into gaming. Well, hopefully they won't be a wolf in sheep's clothing at least. Well, what do you guys think? Are you excited? Worried? Do you think Google will make a big splash in the gaming pool, or is this just a belly flop? That's all from me. I'll catch you guys next time.